Right now, you are not afraid, but turn off every light in your home, sit in the dark, and within minutes, something ancient wakes up. Your heart speeds up. Your eyes strain at nothing. You feel watched. Nothing in the room has changed, only the light. So why does your body treat darkness like a predator is already in the room with you? The answer is older than your species. Most people call this fear childish, something you grow out of. But you didn't grow out of it. You just learned to sit still while it happens. And it is happening. This isn't your imagination inventing monsters. In a dark room, your body measurably changes. Your pupils blow wide. Your hearing sharpens. Stress hormones rise. Your startle reflex, or the involuntary flinch that fires before you can think, gets stronger. You are not feeling things in the dark. The dark is tuning you, turning you into an animal that expects to be attacked. To understand why, you have to forget almost everything you assume about your ancestors. We like to picture early humans as hunters, spear in hand, standing over the kill. But for most of our history, that picture is backwards. In 2005, anthropologists Donna Hart and Robert Sussman published a book called Man the Hunted. They went through the fossil record looking for a specific kind of evidence, not the animals we ate, but the marks left on us. Puncture wounds spaced like leopard fangs, bones cracked by hyena jaws, skulls gripped by talons. One of the most famous early human children we've ever found, the Taung child, who lived over 2 million years ago, was almost certainly killed by an eagle. You can still see the marks where claws went into the skull. Their conclusion was uncomfortable. For millions of years, we were not the top of the food chain. We were food, small, slow, soft, with no claws, no fangs, and a body that couldn't outrun almost anything that wanted to eat it. And every one of those predators shared a single advantage over us. They could see in the dark, and we couldn't. This is the part that matters. Your eyes are built for daylight. Leopards, lions, hyenas, wolves, their eyes are built for night. When the sun went down, the entire balance of power flipped. During the day, a group of humans with rocks and sticks could hold their ground. At night, they were blind prey sitting inside the hunting hours of everything that wanted to kill them. So the dark was never just the absence of light. The dark was when you died. Think about what that means across 2 million years. Night after night, generation after generation, the humans who relaxed in the dark, who wandered off alone, who slept too deep and too far from the fire. They didn't wake up. They were removed from the gene pool by teeth. The ones who survived to have children had something else. A body that refused to calm down when the light disappeared. A nervous system that treated darkness itself as a warning. You are descended only from the nervous ones. The calm ones were eaten. And evolution didn't leave that instinct to chance. It hardwired it into the fastest circuit in your brain. In the 1990s, neuroscientist Joseph Ledoux mapped 2 separate paths a frightening signal can take. The slow path goes up to your conscious brain, the part that thinks that's just a coat on a chair. But there's a second path. Ledoux called it the low road. It runs straight from your senses to the amygdala, the brain's alarm center, skipping conscious thought entirely. It is faster, dumber, and it fires first. That low road is why a shape in a dark room makes you jump before you've decided what it is. Your thinking brain hasn't even started yet. The ancient circuit has already flooded you with adrenaline just in case. And here's the cruel design of it. In the dark, with no clear vision to correct the alarm, the low road runs unchecked. It guesses. And it always guesses threat, because for 2 million years, guessing threat is what kept your ancestors alive. A human who assumed the rustle was the wind died once. A human who assumed it was a leopard and ran lived to pass that fear to you. We can even measure it in a lab. Sleep researchers at Ryerson University tested how people react to a sudden noise in light versus in darkness. They measured the eye blink startle reflex, that fast, involuntary flinch. In the dark, people flinched harder. Their bodies braced more violently for the exact same sound, and the people who were most afraid of the dark as adults showed the strongest reaction of all. The fear wasn't in their thoughts. It was in their reflexes, firing in milliseconds, completely outside their control. There's even evidence we were tuned to spot specific killers. Anthropologist Lynn Isbell argued that primate vision itself was shaped by one of our oldest predators, snakes. Our sharp eyes, our talent for catching a thin, curved shape against the ground, may exist partly because the ancestors who spotted the snake survived and the ones who didn't were bitten. We didn't just fear the dark. We were built, eye and brain, to hunt the dark for the thing hunting us. Which brings us back to the child afraid to sleep with the lights off. We treat that fear as something to fix. A phase. But notice that no parent has to teach it. You don't sit a toddler down and explain that darkness is dangerous. The fear arrives on its own, fully formed, in a child who has never been hunted by anything. It's not learned. It's inherited. It's a 2 million-year-old memory the body keeps even when the mind has no reason for it, and you never actually lost it. As you grew up, your conscious brain got better at overriding the alarm. You learned to tell yourself the house is locked. The shapes of furniture, there's nothing there. But that's not the fear disappearing. That's just the slow road talking the fast road down every single night. The instinct is still there, exactly where evolution left it. You've just gotten good at ignoring it, until you can't, until the power goes out, or you wake at 3 a.m. in a strange room, or you stand at the top of a dark staircase and feel against everything you know that you should not turn your back. In that moment, the override slips, and you meet the oldest version of yourself, the one that knows with total certainty that the dark is where things go wrong. That feeling isn't weakness. It isn't a flaw you failed to outgrow. It is the single most successful survival instinct your species ever produced, still running, still protecting a creature that no longer needs protecting. For 2 million years, the dark took the ones who weren't afraid. You are here because somewhere back in that long line, every single one of your ancestors looked into the night, felt their heart pound, and listened. That fear is their voice, passed down through 100,000 generations, still whispering the only rule that ever kept them alive. When the light dies, pay attention. Something might be out there. There usually wasn't, but the one night it was, the fear was the only thing that saved them, and so they kept it, and so do you.